We are now on our fourth school to present their pitch to our judges. To speak about VRealL, Reach Beyond the Screen. Let us welcome on stage our hackers from Marist School, Marikina.
We are Marist School, Marikina. Our topic that we chose for this event is Youth and New Era. We chose this topic because looking around us, around the youth or around our co-Filipino people, we've discovered that the youth have been suffering from many problems such as family issues and problems with AI and problems with particularly towards technology and education. We've found that we want to make a difference and we want to be able to make waves in our society, even as just students of Marist School and students of Marikina.
So far, it's good. Since I'm a grade 10 student, it's going to be one of my best highlights so far throughout my academic year. Thank you so much for supporting us. God bless you all and stay safe.
Hackers from Marist School, Marikina, are you ready? You may begin.
Or with all honesty, when the West Philippine Sea was seized from our country, did your eyes even shed a tear of grief? I want you to reflect on those questions, because with what I see these days, that's just not the case anymore. With technological advancements, we are simply one click, one share, one repost ahead of spreading what we so-call awareness and empathy. And yet, after all this doom scrolling, what do? We simply click our phones off and then move on with our lives as if nothing happened. And so, what's the purpose of having that kind of awareness if you're not even driven to discern what our actions of change would be? And so, are we actually empathizing, or are we simply subconsciously ignoring the issue?
Every action can create impacts that can ripple across generations. But with the endless streams of media that we consume, have we really succeeded in translating these visions into our realities? The world can collapse, and the youth can post on social media, not out of solidarity, but rather could be blindly disguised as performative advocacies. This is why, with VRealL, we aim to reach beyond the screen, to garner more youth, to have more awareness, and to literally step into these social realities. A generation scrolling through chaos, but understanding none of it. That is the quiet danger of youthful ignorance. With VRealL, we are one step closer to a collaboration in achieving a solution.
Well, a majority of educational institutions have found the solution to this through school immersions. However, these immersions have a lack of the reasoning for why these individuals are numbered among the oppressed. As our guest speaker spoke, there is nothing that can ever compare to the feeling of the ground shaking beneath you as bombs go off very near you. However, we do not propose, of course, that we send children to wartime areas for the sake of the immersions. Of course, that's very unrealistic. However, we want to bridge the gap using virtual reality. It is psychologically effective, but at the same time, physically safe for those who will be experiencing it. To the cries of those who otherwise to the rest of society is considered as mute, to stand with them, to cry with them, and to act.
And that's what we're going to do. VRealL is a non-profit organization dedicated to bringing VR-based immersion experiences to the youth nationwide. What will we show? We show what traditional immersions can't show, what they don't show. Because you can go on 1,000 different immersions and you can hear 1,000 horror stories on how their lands are plundered, but you'll never see the gunfire. You'll never see the burning of their villages. But with VRealL, we can show it to you. Because to see is to believe, and to see their suffering is to believe their plight, and that is to bridge the gap.
But how do we bridge this gap of discernment? First and foremost, we will be using virtual reality standalone headsets, and alongside this, we will also be using virtual booths with 4D concepts. But as a nonprofit organization, we would also love to connect with other nonprofit organizations, schools, and youth speakers and advocates. And finally, as a nonprofit organization, we see ourselves expanding from 2050 to even 100 units across the country.
So, to summarize, VRealL is a nonprofit organization that aims to expand youth awareness through virtual reality immersions as a safe way for them to experience the unsafe and uncomfortable aspects that our world faces today. But I would like to be real with all of you. My team demonstrated the heart, the passion, and the grit in order to make the solution come to life. All we need is your help in order to uphold this solution. Thank you very much. We stand by the lost, the last, and the least favored in our society. And as we all say,
Thank you, Marist School Marikina. Thank you.